take me higher, higher, higher. Above and beyond, you take me higher, higher, higher. You go above and beyond. You are my hope, you go before and behind. Wherever I go, you are the start and the end. And you're in control, you got my heart in your hand. And I'll always know you go above and beyond. You are my hope, you go before and behind. Wherever I go, you are the start and the end. And you're in control, you got my heart in your hand. And I'll always know you got me. 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 Looking out at the way before me, and the future's on my mind again. I'm listening out, listening out for the one that will never leave me, for a voice that is faithful till the end. I'm laying it down, laying it down. I do not understand it all, but I will lean into your love. Lay aside my restless mind, make the choice to lift my eyes and here with a heart open wide, trusting you alone. With all that I have in my life, I'm finally letting go. Let my wandering lead to wonder at the way you have shown me grace again. Remembering how, remembering how. Even though there are times I'm fearful, you have said that you're with me till the end. I'm praising you now, I'm praising you now. Then here with a heart open wide, trusting you alone. With all that I have in my life, I'm finally letting go. Here I stand, my heart is yours. Yeah, everything I have is yours. I will not lean on what I know, but trust in you and let it go. Let it go. I may not wake up feeling flawless, and my emotions can be reckless. Yeah, and I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know I ain't perfect, but I glow, yeah, I glow, yeah, I glow
who's all beyond my skin deep and into my heart completely. You got me cut like a diamond. All of the stars are aligning. My heart it beats like a lion. 'Cause every time you hold me and tell me that you love me, you got me cut like a diamond. The difference in me is so drastic. From day to night it's automatic. Oh, I don't know who I'd be without you. But I glow, yeah, I glow, yeah, I glow, it's not a question. You're the only one who's all beyond my skin deep and into my heart completely. You got me cut like a diamond. All of the stars are aligning. My heart it beats like a lion. 'Cause every time you hold me and tell me that you love me, you got me cut like a diamond. You got me cut like a diamond. You got me cut like a diamond. 'Cause every time you hold me and tell me that you love me, you got me cut like a diamond. You're the only one who's all beyond my skin deep and into my heart completely. You're the only one who's all beyond my skin deep and into my heart completely. You got me cut like a diamond. All of the stars are aligning. My heart it beats like a lion. 'Cause every time you hold me and tell me that you love me, you got me cut like a diamond. You got me cut like a diamond. You got me cut like a diamond. 'Cause every time you hold me and tell me that you love me, you got me cut like a diamond.
Got me like, woo, yeah, way up in the skies, like, living my time just trying to get my life right. My God never fails, so I'ma hit no tail. Living for the king, I'm king, what you think this is? Got me like, woo, yeah, way up in the skies, like, living my time just trying to get my life right. My God never fails, so I'ma hit no tail. Living for the king, I'm king, what you think this is? Got me like, shout out to Chris. We're going for the kill, we're going for the murder. We do it for the kids, do it for the culture, do it for the turn up. Who told you heaven don't party like this? Who lied to you? Tell them it's Friday in the morning, but in heaven it's always life for you. Living for the king like I'ma die yesterday. Told my mama to pray, did everything I remember like yesterday. On her knees she will stay, hotline to heaven's fall. Like Jesus, will you help us in every way? We can't do it alone, we need you. Just like every day. Woo! Yeah, way up in the skies, like, living my time just trying to get my life right. My God never fails, so I'ma hit no tail. Living for the king, I'm king, what you think this is? Got me like, woo, yeah, way up in the skies, like, living my time just trying to get my life right. My God never fails, so I'ma hit no tail. Living for the king, I'm king, what you think this is? Got me like,
I know that you are the truth. I know that you're making moves. I know that I got nothing to prove. That's just something I gotta get used to. Now I ain't got no excuse. Ooh, ever since I heard the news, ooh, you came in and put me in new school. I know that you got the juice. Sons and daughters of the living Father, and me out here mobbing in the rain city. Changing nations for the kingdom come. You better watch your throne, 'cause it's a rain city. Jesus by my side, it's no surprise that when the storms are coming, they can't play with me. Liberated from the life I once had, I'm stepping out and I can't bring my chain with me, yeah.
Hear me now, don't stop now. Never give up, don't drop out. Switch it up, don't cry now. Never give in to the pressure now. We out here, won't back down. Gotta spread the word, gotta step out. We out here, won't back down. Gotta spread the word like, woo. Yeah, way up in the skies like, living my time, just trying to get my life right. My God never fails, so I'm the head, no tail. Living for the king, I'm king, what do you think this is? Got me like, woo. Yeah, way up in the skies like, living my time, just trying to get my life right. My God never fails, so I'm the head, no tail. Living for the king, I'm king, what do you think this is? Got me like, woo. Yeah, way up in the skies like, living my time, just trying to get my life right. My God never fails, so I'm the head, not the tail. Living for the king of king, what do you think this is? Got me like, yeah, way up in the sky like, living my time, just trying to get my life right.
You and I running wild, love like I ain't never had it, never had it. Breathe you in, never quit. I don't wanna live without it, live without it. I got you on my mind and I can't get you out. My head is spinning, I don't wanna slow it down. I love you like it's all I ever knew. 'Cause whenever I'm with you, it's all good, it's all good. Everything is all good, all good. Everything is all good. It's all good. Everything is all good, all good. Everything is
Oh, well, hey, I want to welcome you to Youth Night Live. I am here with Chelsea, but also here with some other friends on the couch. Like every single week, friends, we have a question that we want you guys to answer in whatever platform you're watching. The question, you know what, Chelsea, you tell them. You tell them the question.
Okay, the question
Tell
is.
them the question.
I'm going to tell them.
Tell
The
'em.
question is, what do you miss from pre-COVID-19?
Oh, really?
wow.
Pre-COVID,
Got the 19.
Also, quarantine season, all right? So, like, think back. When did this whole thing start?
I can't remember.
Was it
March
before the dawn?
17th.
Yeah, like 1971. When
No,
did
I think it started like March 17th, St. Patrick's
March
Day.
20th.
March 17th?
No,
Or March 20th.
it was Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah,
Ooh,
that's
that's
right.
right.
Friday the
Right,
13th.
because
It was
That sounds like a day this
Costco
would
had
start.
I
like a
remember.
That sounds like a day
line.
this would start.
Yeah.
All right, so think back to what Friday the 12th or Thursday the 12th and other Thursdays would have looked like before this whole COVID-19. People were frolicking at malls.
So happy.
You could walk into a restaurant.
Life was
There
great.
were
Around.
little
No problem.
kids. Yeah, little kids were smiling.
You could stand next to people
There
that
were
you
birds
know
were chirping.
and your
Yes.
friends.
You could
They're outside your
laugh.
family.
You could cough in public without being shamed. You remember that time?
Oh, yeah,
Do you
that's
remember
true.
that world?
You
Now
can
you
even
cough and
sneeze.
people are like,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
you're just throwing bleach on you.
They're like, why'd you call?
The world is different, people. The world is different. So, what do you miss? We're interested in you hitting us up. What do you miss about the world before COVID-19 and the quarantine and things like that? I miss a lot of it. Rob, we'll start with you, though. Tell the people at home what you miss.
All right, this is honestly like a real deal. I miss getting my own yogurt at Yogurtland because they don't allow you to do that anymore.
What do you mean? I haven't been at Yogurtland this whole time.
Well, okay, sorry, keto. But
Yeah, what's up there?
basically, the whole point of Yogurtland is that you self-serve.
Yeah.
And basically, now they don't do that, so they have to serve it for you.
Yeah.
And whenever they,
They
do
never
it,
do it right.
they I'm telling the story. And and whenever they do it, they literally pull it down and then they stop and then turn to you and said, "Do you want more?" Which I'm basically like, do you want more, fatty? Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
basically
yeah.
what I feel like they're saying to me.
You want more?
Well,
And
But do you walk
Yes,
with
I
them to
want more.
every single one? Is that how like your little partners walking every single
Yes.
one?
You just point? Like, how does this
I'm
work?
like
Yeah.
here.
You have
here.
to tell
like,
them, no, you tell them the flavor, and then they ask you if you want toppings, and then they do the toppings. And I always get chocolate fudge, and I like spread it out. I like make a little design,
Yeah.
and they just like clump it on there. And
so
it's
wrong.
Really disgusting.
So many levels. That's only even one thing I missed.
The only thing you miss
well,
is Yogurtland.
that's
100%
ironic because,
self-serve.
because of COVID, we've gone from everything we've done for us to now doing it ourselves. And Rob
Yeah.
missed the thing that we always have to do ourselves.
Yeah.
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 'cause
No,
I'm
it's-
a working
it's
man.
Robert,
I'm a
he
working
doesn't, he
man.
doesn't ever want like a butler or like
Do you
somebody doing that stuff.
Do you see these
Respect.
muscles right here? Dude?
No, we
Just
don't. All right,
Yogurtland
Carly,
muscles. It goes down.
Oh my goodness.
what do you miss before COVID-19? What do you miss on March 12th?
I think the thing I miss the most is definitely eating in a restaurant and
Yes.
sitting down, because
restaurant.
he's gotten out of so many date nights because of it.
Mm.
I'm
Amen.
just saying.
You could do
Hey.
takeout.
But you've been to
you know.
Yogurt
We
Yeah,
have
that's
been
good.
doing takeout date
That's
nights.
good.
but-
Amen.
That's good. Yeah, restaurants were great. I remember restaurants. Those were a thing of the
Got out of
past.
the engagement too.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. All right.
And we're gonna take a break now.
all right, Tim. Before COVID-19 happened.
I don't think this camera can see me. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Take-
Hi, Timothy.
So,
yeah, no, yeah, do that.
I miss the movies for sure.
The movies.
It's like one of my favorite places to go. Like I would rather go to the movies than Disneyland most of the time.
Fun fact about Tim: I just learned that he goes to the movies by himself.
Yeah, so
Weird.
do I.
No,
I do
no,
too.
when I
Who
said
goes to
that,
the movies by
it's like,
themselves?
I
no,
don't
no,
know. Weird.
I
By
don't go to
themselves.
the movies
No.
to myself. I have gone multiple times.
I have
Yes,
gone.
you
multiple
don't.
times.
That's
go
this
to the
is
movies
weird.
by yourself.
I saw the fourth Pirates of the Caribbean movie by myself.
By yourself?
I just
Well,
want
who's-
everyone to
who's
Who
got
are you
that
know.
laughing
movie?
with?
This was not
Who
when we
about
were dating.
myself?
This was
Right, you
before
just
we
look
were
at like
dating.
strangers and they're like, do you like that?
Excuse me, the Lord is always next to me.
No,
So I'm never
no,
alone.
he's here.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah, I've seen a lot
He's
of
sitting
movies.
next to me in my
All right,
movie
all right.
theater.
So
All right.
you said movies. I do miss the movies. Although I heard though that you can actually watch the movies that would have premiered in the movie theaters now on Apple TV. Is that true?
Yeah, I don't
I'm,
have
I'm
Apple
sitting
TV
there on my phone this
Um,
time.
yeah, it's not.
like,
It's not the same though. It's not the same. You know,
No.
I live in an apartment, so I can't get my TV really loud. It's just not the same. You know what I'm saying? I go to
Yeah.
the movies because it's loud, basically, and it's got a big screen. All right, Chell, tell the people what you miss.
Okay, my thing that I missed, and we went like 2 days before the shutdown, right? Is Disneyland,
Yep.
and we went to Club 33.
Yep.
So we had like
How do you
the
get into Club
ultimate.
33?
Fancy.
I know. So we had like the ultimate. We used gift cards. So
I
we were
use gift
very
cards.
fancy
It's
when
real
we
fancy.
went.
How'd you get in?
Club 33 is this really nice restaurant inside Disneyland, and we were like, "Hey, do you guys take like gift cards?"
Wait,
So
how did
funny.
you even get in?
And they did.
We know somebody.
Hey,
and
secret,
they
dude.
just-
It's a secret.
Guys, by the
name's
way, if
Jesus.
you're watching at home, you cannot get into this without making like a reservation like
Yeah,
2 years
the
in
Club
advance.
33.
Yeah.
We watched the whole thing on it.
Yeah. Oh, I have a video on it. I could show it to you of me being in there. All right. Here's what I miss. I miss church like the way that it used to be.
Oh, that's a good
the
one.
pastor
I
answers.
didn't
all
get
these
that.
pastor
Of
answer.
course, of course.
I miss church the way that it used
You
to
miss
be.
distributing communion to each person.
I miss
I know.
just like passing out communion. Openly reading my Bible to you guys. No, I miss Disneyland. I miss everything they miss. I do miss Tuesdays and Wednesday nights. I do miss Disneyland. I'm a fan of Disneyland. I don't know what you think about
You
that.
said it like 5 times.
What's up?
You said it like 5 times.
Yeah, I like Disneyland.
Disneyland.
I like to
Yeah.
go
Well,
California Adventure.
you like California
You know what I
Adventure better.
don't like? Knott's Berry Farm. Knott's Berry Farm is moist and sweaty, and it sucks. That's true.
Is Knott's Berry Farm
it's
open?
true.
All right.
What about
I don't know.
lines, dude?
No, it's
lines
closed,
to get
okay.
into a store.
Lines to get
Yeah,
into
like
yeah.
Target.
moistness
You
of
gotta
Knott's
wait
Berry
in line
Farm
to
is what
pay
makes
to
it nice.
get your stuff.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what people are saying online.
What did they miss?
Soon.
Disneyland.
I think
Someone said
someone-
Yogurtland.
Oh,
Uh,
someone agreed with Rob.
Aw.
Told you.
Look at that.
You're my buddy
Not
now.
having to wear a mask. That's pretty good.
Ooh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the
Uh,
mask is hard.
That was an easy one.
Especially for girls because we have makeup. you
Yeah,
know,
and
and
it all
I
just
relate.
sweats off.
I
It's
relate.
disgusting.
Tim
See
knows.
my makeup right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
totally.
That's it.
Totally.
Anyone else?
Someone said, I miss my friends and going out to dinner.
Yeah.
End of sentence.
Yeah, I miss like
I love
smiling
it.
in public and like enjoying life. I'm just
Aw.
kidding. All right, well, hey, we got a great service plan for you guys today.
Soak City.
Start with the very first thing that you
Miss
guys need to know
Soak
about.
City.
If you have not followed our Instagram yet, then we're not friends, and we want to be friends. At SCG Youth, that's our new Instagram. Our old account at SCG JHM, which is our junior high account, is actually we're deleting
closing it.
We're closing
It's
it
done.
tonight at 12 o'clock. All right. So follow our new one if you're not. Other than that, we have worship. We have a testimony plan for you guys tonight, and we have a video we're going to show you right now about a game that we filmed a while back. So let's go to that right now. Hey, welcome to a brand new segment. The segment is called Wheel of Death. We got 2 contestants. This is my boy, J-Dog, also known as Jason. One of my indentured servants. And then over here, we have Austin, also known as Camp Dad Chad. Now here's how the game is going to be played. We're gonna start with Jason. He gets to spin the wheel. Whatever the wheel falls on, Austin, Camp Dad Chad, has to do. Then he's gonna do it, and then whatever it falls on, Jason has to do. We're gonna do 2 rounds though, so that means each of them are gonna have to do 2 of the things that it lands on. Now, real quick, let's go to the board to see what is on the Wheel of Death. Number 1, we have the Cinnamon Challenge, which I hear is pretty difficult. I couldn't do it. He actually did it a while back, so we're gonna see if he can do it. Then we have get shot with a paintball gun, which is one of my fan faves. Then over here, hair dye. We have hair dye. We have 2 colors. We have purple and we have pink hair dye. We'll probably do his mustache a different color. And then right over here, we have to wax their legs, which would be a bummer of a time. We should probably wax their armpits. What do you think? Maybe. All right. And then over here, we have hot sauce. I have the hottest hot sauce in the world. The stuff called The Bomb. 136,000 Scoville units. I did it on Monday night. It is trash. And then right over here, you're gonna pierce their ears with a thumbtack. So I don't know. We're gonna see what's gonna go on. All right. So you ready? J-Dog, you're going first. Whatever it falls upon, Austin has to do first. All right. 1, 2, 3, go.
Oh no.
Here we go. 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 Paintball. I'm gonna get shot with a paintball gun. All right. So we're gonna do that right now. We'll check you out outside. All right, we're outside with Camp Dad, Chad, and a paintball gun, and we're gonna see how many times I can hit Austin. Go, go, go! Oh! We are back right in the warehouse. Our boy Austin just got shot with a paintball. How many times did I get to hit you?
2 or 3.
2 or 3 times, all right? So what a guy, what a guy. All right, Austin, it's your turn to spin to see what J-Dog gets. Ready, set, go. Ooh, you get your legs waxed, all right? We'll catch you outside for that.
This is gonna hurt.
Go, go, go. We are back. Somehow they convinced me to do my hand. I got some pretty hairy hands. Not anymore though. Silky smooth. Silk. All right. Now, Jay just went. He just waxed that. Hey, it's awesome there. Next is Jay's turn to spin the wheel and then see what Austin's got to do next. So let's go.
3, 2, 1.
I want to land on hot sauce so bad.
I know. No. Oh my god!
We are back, and Austin has to try this hot sauce. It is terrible. Have you ever tried this hot sauce before?
A tiny bit.
A tiny bit. And how bad was it?
Pretty bad.
Pretty bad. All right, now this stuff sucks. All right, so here we go.
You got enough milk there?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna drink this whole thing. Doing the milk challenge and the hot sauce challenge.
All right, ready? Set, go. Dating Crystal right now.
I'm starting to sweat, so
It's
I'm
about to
guessing
get
so.
real weird with this hot sauce.
My tongue feels like it's on fire.
Yeah, you can drink some of it. All right, people, we're back on stage. Austin just tried the bomb, the hottest sauce in the world. At least the one that we bought, the hottest sauce that I could find. It sucks. How bad is it? It's pretty
It's
bad.
getting a lot worse right now.
Yeah, how bad? Like, all right, so 1 to 10, where are we at?
Last was a 7, probably a 9 or 10 now.
Oh, a 9 or a 10, people. A 9 or a 10. 9 or a 10. All right, here we go. Austin, you have to, as hard as you can, push the wheel around, and whatever it lands on, J-Dog has to do. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Darn it! Paintball again. All right. We'll catch you right outside. This side.
It's time to shoot Jason with some paintball. Go!
All right, guys, I'm gonna invite you guys to worship with us tonight. Whoa, whoa.
He's coming on the clouds. He's coming on the clouds, and kings and kingdoms will bow down. And every chain will break as broken hearts declare his praise. For who can stop the Lord Almighty? Our God is the Lion, the Lion of Judah. He's roaring with power and fighting our battles, and every knee will bow before him. Our God is the Lamb, and the Lamb that was slain for the sins of this world. His blood breaks the chains, and every knee will bow before the Lion and the Lamb. Oh, every knee will bow before him. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So open up the gates. So open up the gates. Make way before the King of Kings. Yeah, yeah. And the God who comes to save is here to set the captives free. For who can stop the Lord Almighty? Our God is the Lion, and the Lion of Judah. He's roaring with power and fighting our battles, and every knee will bow before him. Our God is the Lamb, and the Lamb that was slain for the sins of this world. His blood breaks the chains, and every knee will bow before the Lion and the Lamb. Oh, every knee will bow before him. Who can stop? And who can stop the Lord Almighty? 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 Yeah. And who can stop the Lord Almighty? And who can stop the Lord Almighty? Yeah. And who can stop the Lord Almighty? And who can stop the Lord? Yeah. Our God is the Lion, the Lion of Judah. He's roaring with power and fighting our battles, and every knee will bow before him. Our God is the Lamb, and the Lamb that was slain for the sins of this world. His blood breaks the chains, and every knee will bow before the Lion and the Lamb. And every knee will bow before him. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And every knee will bow before the Lion and the Lamb. Whoa. Dear Heavenly Father, God, we just thank you for today, God, and giving us the opportunity for just everyone here, wherever they are, God, that I pray that tonight that they can hear the story and the testimony and learn of the impact, God, that you have in so many people's lives, and that they can take that away and influence others, God, and come closer to you, God. So thank you for tonight. I pray you keep us healthy and safe and honoring you always. Amen.
Hi, my name's Kevin, and this is my story. Grew up, my dad was a pro football player when I was very young, and when I was about 6 years old, him and my mom split up and divorced. I was the oldest of two, so I had one younger brother. Going back and forth between parents' house, and it just was a very stressful time. My parents it was ugly. It was a pretty bad divorce. They spoke only through lawyers for about 6 years, and in court, and going through different types of legal issues and stuff, and it just was very stressful. So I kind of became this kid that was sort of trying to kind of just be normal. At a young age, I kind of learned to just shove all my emotions down and not talk about them. And so that really would have a big impact later. But at the time, I kind of just found different escapes. I got into school and could impress my teachers and get a lot of like affirmation, and like my teachers just loved me. Like I was pretty much everyone's favorite every teacher's favorite student. And I just did really well in school, and then eventually I did sports as well, so I had great coaches that were around me. And I remember it was my freshman or sophomore year when my uncles took me to UCLA campus, and just walking through campus, I was just super inspired. And I kind of had looked at sort of where my grades were at, and kind of the trajectory that I wanted for myself in high school, and it decided, like I wanted to go there. I wanted to go to a school like that. So it sort of motivated me super hard to do like kind of whatever it took to get into a school like that. Initially, I felt great. I felt like I'm set. Like I'm. I think that was like the appeal. Is like if I can just get into a school like this, I'll be set for my life. You know, I'll be able to get a good job. I'll be able to be happy. I'll have a great college experience. And yeah, when I got to college, it kind of, all of a sudden there was no longer, I sort of didn't really have any more direction. It was like, now what? That's when things kind of started to be tougher. I mean, when you go to a school like that, it's like you're no longer the smartest kid at the school. Kind of the things that sort of made up who I was in high school just kind of got pulled away. I mean, I was really struggling to get by in classes, and didn't really have a kind of any goals about like what I wanted to do as a job or a career, or and then at the same time, I was sort of getting into like some of these feelings from my childhood were really starting to bubble up as I kind of got into some of these wrong crowds with, you know, partying and doing some stuff that I shouldn't have been doing, but it sort of catalyzed like just processing really old stuff, and just like realizing that, you know, I was like anxiously trying to just be somewhere I wasn't, or do something that, like, I don't know how to explain it other than like I've always felt like I should be doing something more. I should be doing something better, or what I was doing or where I wasn't quite the right place, or wasn't enough. And that kind of sent me down into this spiral. I was pretty depressed during college, and here I am at this place that I'd worked so hard to get to, and I'm like depressed and down, and I just thought I was wasting it. I was sort of realizing like this depression thing, and trying to understand how it worked. And, you know, some days I could feel so confident and able to talk to people or whatever, and then other days like I could just get triggered by something, and all of a sudden I was just super scared and felt like a shell of myself. I'm like, who am I? Am I this kind of confident person, or am I this person that's super terrified and doesn't want to do anything and doesn't want to engage with people? And I was about to finish college. I didn't have a job lined up. I was just still depressed and down, and wasn't ready to just take all this junk that I still hadn't dealt with into this next stage of life. So I ended up booking a trip down to Peru with a buddy. It was just one way. I didn't know how long I was going to stay down there at first. I just thought that if I just go and get a job right now, and I bring this feeling with me that just things aren't right, and sort of don't figure out this depression thing, and then I was not going to be in good shape. So yeah, I ended up spending a total of 10 months down in South America. For the first few months, I was traveling with a friend, and we ended up splitting up. And then I ended up working at this super cool hostel in Colombia for about a month and a half, you know, drinking and partying with all these foreign people, and, you know, having this good time. And I did that for about 6-7 weeks, you know, just doing kind of like a work stay thing. And I was just thinking, it's like, okay, I was at Berkeley, and that was kind of like, I felt like, wow, this is incredible that I'm here, but something was so wrong. And now I'm like here, I'm traveling, I'm out on my own, I'm working, doing a work stay, like, I'm at this amazing place, toucans are flying over, and still, like, in my heart, something was wrong. And it wasn't why I was down there. I was trying to figure out what was going on. So I ended up quitting that job, and I ended up going to work for a guy who lived pretty close there. Agreed to go work and help him, like, just get started, build a bathroom. I ended up being there for 4 months, and that was where I started opening up to even, considering that God existed. I started getting exposed to different scriptures and stuff, and he was a Christian, sort of. We were praying every night before dinner and stuff like that, and I was keeping a journal, and I wasn't drinking or doing any partying or anything. I was really just focusing on what was going on. And I remember it was during those times I started to just have conversations and pray and talk to God and just really dig into myself. And what ended up starting off as like a 2-week work stay at this guy's place ended up being about 5.5 months. And during the course of that time, I really started to build a relationship with God. I finally felt, that God was there, and that I hadn't been so alone for my whole life. With my emotions, everything, he had been there every step of the way. And that kind of just opened the entire door for me to like actually start to really heal. But there was still a long way to go. I came back home after that and started working. I started like still down the spiritual path. I wouldn't say it was quite like Christianity yet, but I started dating somebody, and she introduced me to Seacoast. And I started listening to K-Wave in the morning, and it was about 6 months after I got back that I remember inviting Jesus into my heart. I was sitting in the parking lot behind my work, listening to Greg Laurie on K-Wave, and I just prayed with him. I didn't really get into too many details about like kind of this moment where God really like revealed himself to me in Colombia. And it was this moment where I had just completely got to the end of my rope and pretty much like given up. I was like, I can't do this on my own. And I finally turned over to a friend of mine, and I just said, hey, I need help. And just admitting that, like, I think that was what God was waiting for me to just kind of surrender. Because after that, it was like just the timing and coincidences of some of the events that happened at this time, it was God speaking to me and letting me know, like, hey, I'm here. I was trying to fix myself. I was trying so hard to learn like what was wrong with me, and so I could do my homework and just like figure it out and fix it all. But God just led me down this path that actually provided lasted healing and a community that it was able to get me to a place where I could really enjoy life and not be stressed and not be anxious. And to those of you may be Christian, you may not be. I'll tell you, like, I saw counselors. I studied cognitive sciences my entire major. I traveled and kind of tried everything, to really get past that stuff. And it wasn't really until I came to Jesus that things really started to change. I always felt like my story isn't bad enough to like share. I should just consider myself lucky. And that just kind of perpetuated like this bad habit of just not expressing. God's word tells us that we should confess so that we could be healed. There's so much power in being able to just like take that burden off of yourself and to share it with God, and to share it even with other people. We all can't do this by ourselves. Nobody can. So we need help, and hopefully you have some good friends around you. And if you don't, you can come out to Young Adults and make some. But find people that you can talk to and you can kind of let these things out to, because that's when you're truly going to find that healing.